have seen a lot of pursuits in my time, and this is a first for me. I kind of don't have words, but again, it is 2020, and we would expect that even the pursuits would take a bizarre turn. Obviously, I mean, how many cruisers are out there? This is airport police that are in pursuit of them, yeah?
This is airport police, hands back out the window there. We were looking earlier on to see, if there was somebody else in there, but there wasn't. It's just the driver. One of the other things, too, is he's around some pretty expensive machinery down there.
Yeah.
Some of those jets well into the millions, tens of millions of dollars. So it's the responsibility of the airport police to keep that property safe. But of course they don't want to, they don't want to injure that guy driving this vehicle as well. LAPD now joining the pursuit. They have their helicopter above it. They've tried to pit him a couple times. Look at that car. It's getting pretty beat up. When we first got here, it was in good shape. Now he's making his way. This is what they call the taxiway. So he's making his way down the taxiway, basically ran the distance of the airport. Now turned around, going back again. We saw him on the historic 16 right. For the airport people, that isn't a historic one-way. He was on there earlier on. We were making fun of that when he was driving across the numbers. Right now, though, LAPD working with the airport police to try to bring this guy to a stop safely.
He almost lost control there. So remind people, out of Van Nuys Airport, talk about, I mean, this is delaying any flights that would be trying to either come or go.
There's an airplane on the taxiway. I'm sorry, that was for somebody else. It definitely is. There's no scheduled as far as commercial flights out here, but he's running out of taxiway, and there's a big jet at the end of the taxiway. Now, everybody was told to hold where they were.
Sure.
This guy might actually be trying to just get out of the way. Again, these aircraft, very expensive, and also filled with fuel. He's making that wide turn right there, sweeping around. He's going to catch up to that aircraft. I don't know if he's going to take the runway or, yeah, good. Thank goodness. Because that could get really dangerous. If he hits one of those landing gear, that could have turned into something else. Getting back onto the runway again, and we get a little bit, get a tighter shot. You can actually see him there. But this is just really weird. He's just keeping his distance from the airport police. They've pitted him a couple of times. We saw the vehicle spin around. Here he comes again, but it seems like he's getting pretty hip to what's going on. High speeds in the grass, in the dirt, even the newer cars, that could be a problem. We don't want to see this guy injured, but definitely very unusual stuff happening out here today at Van Nuys Airport.
It makes you wonder what is going on exactly with this individual, if there is any sort of substance in their system, or if they're having some sort of break. But goodness me, I can imagine this is going to be one of those that people look at and say, only in California, right? Alone in the vehicle, can you tell?
Yes, alone in the vehicle, just the sole driver, the one person driving right there. Another thing you got to consider when he's driving around on the airport like this is there's a lot of, well, it looked like he's
back on the streets.
He was out of the airport. Okay, now LAPD can get involved. Went through a fence out there. Looks like we're out on Woodley. The airport police going through the fence as well. Basically, I don't know if the car disabled itself or what happened right there, but went through the fence. We're out here on Woodley, I would believe we're near Satakoy, but the hands have been out of the car pretty much the entire time.
Yeah.
I think he was driving with his knees. So airport police, definitely, this is something they usually do not encounter. I've got to just put that out there. These guys are, for the most part, they just kind of make sure that you're in the right place at the right time, and your vehicles aren't parked in unusual spots. But now the driver definitely getting out. A pursuit termination out here in the Van Nuys Airport. Van Nuys Airport Police lead agency. Let's see if this guy follows the rules and goes into custody. And also, I'm kind of wondering if LAPD is going to join in out here to help the officers from the airport police.
Yeah, there we see the driver of that vehicle going to their knees and hands in the air, and it looks as though they're going to make an apprehension. There's a culmination of a bizarre, if you're just tuning in at 9:02 on Good Day LA, the most bizarre pursuit I've seen in a while. Somebody getting onto the runways there at Van Nuys Airport out in the valley and leading police on quite a bizarre chase, both on the runways and in the dirt at the end of the runways. That person is now obviously going to find themselves arrested by the police, and this has now come to an end. We're glad to say that nobody was hurt, but they've got some repairs to do at the airport there in Van Nuys.